Today, today we are invited to recognize our passions and to embrace the courage to step boldly into the world. Okay, this isn't just about achieving. Okay, under this energy, we're driven towards successes, but it's also about awakening to a new kind of confidence. A sense that, even in your most daring pursuit, there is a foundation supporting you, a stable ground beneath each step. And you come to realize that you are more than capable of taking that first bold step, that you can make your dreams your reality. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus, November the 4th, 2024. So today we have that 4 energy. The 4 energy is about our foundation. It is about making sure that our foundation is strong on which to build. It's about getting our ducks in a row. It could also be about home and family and growing the bonds and the relationships within the family structure. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, we'd have an 11 plus a 4 plus an 8, which is a 23. And that's having a belief. That's having a faith. First and foremost within yourself. But also God, your angels, the universe, that higher source of energy that is guiding you, that is whispering in your ear, that is creating the path that you are walking. 2 plus 3 is a 5. And the 5 energy is about creating joy and happiness, laughter in each and every moment of our reality. It's about allowing your creativity to flow. It's allowing your self-expression to come out, for you to step into your authenticity. Sun is in Scorpio. And our moon is in Sagittarius. Now, late last night, Mars moved into Leo. Okay, so just hear me out for a second on how great this energy is, okay? We had Mars move into Leo, and Mercury has just started the trip through Sagittarius. Okay, so our thoughts, our words, our voice, and the desire to move forward, to conquer, to take those bold steps towards our dreams are both in fire signs. So we have fire and passion and drive in not only our thoughts and our voice, but also in our actions. Plus the moon is in Sagittarius. That only raises the optimism and the chances of being able to step into an adventure, an opportunity, a learning experience, gaining knowledge. We just had our new moon in Scorpio, which is telling us to look at the new path we want to step into. And then we also have the sun trining Saturn today. So needless to say, we have this bold dynamic energy supporting us to step into the spotlight with confidence, to embrace our dreams, our passions, our goals, to make the plan, to create the strategy, and then take that bold step. Take that bold step forward. And we don't have a lot of energy throughout the entire week. I think there's only 1 or 2 other major transits that are actually taking place. So it's almost like we can put all of our energy and all of our focus on our dreams, our goals, our desires. And how are we going to make those things reality in our world? Okay, so, the energy of just Mars moving into Leo brings in a wave of powerful energy that fuels our courage, our creativity, our self-expression. So do not shy away from celebrating your unique self under this energy. Now, while I say that, we could be quite confrontational when it comes to protecting our pride. Careful into falling into that kind of trap. Remain mindful of how your action, your words, could impact another prior to saying or doing. In many ways, it's more proactive to stay humble during certain moments rather than trying to dominate during this time. But you need to honor you. You need to believe in you, your dreams, your goals. What risk would you take if you fully believed in your abilities? Because, there is a point where you don't really believe in your abilities. Otherwise, you'd already be doing. So what is holding you back? Where does that belief falter? Okay. Take the lead in a work project, even if you don't know everything there is to know in doing it. This is the kind of energy will gravitate to the information, the knowledge we need in order to be successful. Maybe there's a project within the community. Maybe there's a project that you've always wanted to attempt at home or in your personal life. And we go out there and we talk about, the plans we're making, the things that we're doing. And yes, some will criticize, some will pull us down, some will try and keep us safe. And so they criticize us so that we don't take that giant leap, that bold step, because they don't want to see us hurt. They don't want to see us fall. And some have very valuable information. So we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use accordingly here. Okay? But don't let pride be the tripwire here. Don't let pride be the tripwire, but yet it's so important not to let others tear down your dreams, to criticize them. Well, what makes you think you're so special? What makes you think you can do it? Well, I know my, cousin Joe, his Aunt Sally, nothing happened there. They did it. They tried that kind of stuff. It's not going to work, it never does. You're perfectly fine where you are. I don't see why you have to go and, muddy the waters, so to speak. And really, do you have any talent or ability? I mean, do you know the kind of people? They have college educations, for goodness sakes. You're going to go against them? University degrees. There's no market for it. The market is overflowing with that kind of stuff already. Whatever they tell you, okay? You protect your dreams. It's a time to embrace your unique strengths. It's a time to pursue your dreams and to make bold strides in areas that fill you with passion. So step into that spotlight with confidence. Channel this fiery energy towards your goals. Celebrate your individuality and inspire those around you. Okay, and on top of that, on top of everything else I listed, right, we have the sun trine Saturn today. So the sun is ourselves, that inner knowing of our accomplishments, our talents, our unique abilities, and how we can build on them to create new paths, continue a path, an elevated path towards our greatness. And Saturn, he brings in the discipline. He makes sure we follow the rules. We don't skip over the things that we don't want to do. It's about having a plan, creating the strategy. Saturn encourages the responsibility, the structure, the commitments, the long-term stability. So this is an excellent time because Saturn's there to make sure that we're just not straying too far into fantasy land, and we're staying grounded and we're staying practical. And what are the doable steps? Okay? It's an excellent time to set some goals, realistic goals, organize your environment, organize your strategy, and then get to work. Get to work, but with the patience, with the perseverance. We know we're in it for the long term. We know it won't happen at the snap of a finger. We know that it's just not going to be tomorrow, a brand new tomorrow, that we have to show up consistently and give it our effort. We have to have a patience with ourselves and with the process. We have to have a perseverance. Those challenges in front of you, okay? Rather than freaking out and, oh my gosh, and this is the end and I can't do this, take a deep breath, meditate on it, journal it on it. How will you actually tackle that challenge? Calm and steady. Okay, calm and steady. And if you're feeling confined by your responsibilities, okay, that I've got all this to do, how can I fit in that kind of energy? Okay, now's the time where you can set those new healthy boundaries for yourself. So, yeah, you need to serve your commitments, absolutely. But your commitments also need to serve you. So, are you working on your goals and your dreams, or are you putting your energy into somebody else's agenda? Ask yourselves these things. Where is my focus? Where is my attention? Where am I dedicating my time, my energy, my resources? And is it for my path forward? Does it strengthen me in some way? And yeah, by making a commitment with somebody else, that might build the bond between that person, and they may be able to take us to the next step and beyond, like a boss or a supervisor or something like that. Of course, we do those things. But make sure that you're doing them for your advancement during this time. And maybe you need to set some new boundaries of what you are willing to do and what other people are willing to accept. So yeah, take some time. Take some time over the next several days, honestly. Okay, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and show up every day. Try and do it about the same time each day and create a list of some personal and professional goals. And for each goal, take the time to outline some actionable steps that you can do in the now. Okay, so write a goal, write a dream, and what's one thing you could do right now? And maybe it's not, the whole cake and the icing and the candles on top, but maybe it's the beginning. Maybe we're just collecting the recipe ingredients right now. It's okay. Okay, but you want to look at that goal. So you want more love in your life. So you are going to perhaps, some of the actionable goals is you could donate some of your time to a senior's home or a hospice and give to people that need your love. And trust me, they will love you back for being there for them. Grow love in your life. Maybe you can do something for the kids on a Sunday morning or a Saturday afternoon in your community that will bring happiness and joy to not only them, but their families as well. And they, in turn, will fall in love with you because you are the one masterminding this. So it doesn't just start out by, I need more love, so I'll go to the bar and hopefully I'll meet somebody. But we can spread our wings throughout the community, throughout the family, throughout even work, and see how we can take a small step towards bringing love into our life. Maybe we need more money. Well, an actionable goal may be to brush up my resume or really decide on a course of action. Maybe in my investments, maybe in getting the job that fuels my passions. Or my passion fuels, I guess would be better, right? This kind of exercise alone, if you just give it 5 to 15 minutes each day for the next three or 4 days, okay? So if you get to Friday, then you can have the weekend off, okay? But just look at this list that you're making. Okay, just personal and professional goals for yourself. You want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, what is an actionable thing that you can do in this moment in time to ensure that? Could you schedule in a 15-minute walk every day for yourself, or a gym membership, or a personal trainer, or whatever it might be? So it's very important not just to list the goal or the dream, but also to just write down one or two things that you can do that are actionable moves right now in your life. Okay? This exercise alone could bring in that renewed sense of purpose and responsibility in the areas of life that you deem important right now to put the spotlight on. Well, that step, that understanding will also allow you the courage to take that bold step forward, to actually try something on one of your lists, to take that little, if you close your eyes and let's say you imagine yourself, you've just got that raise that you wanted and you're moving into your new estate and the car is parked in the driveway, and and ask yourself, am I somebody who procrastinates on a regular basis? Is that somebody who would procrastinate in order to have that? And if it's no, then, and procrastination is not laziness, I have a thing out on Patreon that has a ton of information. It's a nice, beautiful little workshop I put together, and it really will help you break through the procrastination and understand why you procrastinate. And it really is a survival skill. Okay, it really is just that. It's a survival skill that is more of a prehistoric kind of energy than it is a now, today, in the moment kind of energy. And when we start to understand why we hesitate, why we pull back, why we don't do what we know we should be doing, and understand that it's not laziness, and I don't care what you label you put on it, it's none of those things. It's fight or flight approach, really it is. And so many times we pull back from doing the very things that we need to do. But it's all in the workshop, so check that out if you want. I always have a link to it in the description box, so just click the link and away you go. But this is a time when you see yourself. What kinds of clothes are you wearing? Maybe this is a time when you can go out and fancy up your wardrobe, or you want a clean house. Well, pick that one drawer you're going to do today. Tomorrow you can do another drawer. The next day you can do one of the cupboards. Another day you're going to just tidy up that one shelf that you got there with the knickknacks on it. And before you know it, you're starting to cleanse your house, and you look back and you go, wow, I did it all. But you broke it down into an actionable step that you could actually practice. It was a practical step you could do today. And you kept doing it. You persevered. You had a patience with the process. Okay, let's go to the cards. Am I holding the deck right? I am. Okay. So we have a beautiful amount of energy to really take that bold step, to really step into a new beginning, a new path, an elevated path. We have the Seven of Wands, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're standing very strong with a confidence on the top of that mountain. The people we know are below us, and they're listening to us. They're listening to what we have to say. But really, this is where we make that declaration. Now, it doesn't need to be to a lot of people. In fact, I think in this kind of energy, it's more important to say it to yourself and then just do it. Allow people to guess at what you're up to, okay? Because eventually they're going to want to be on that team. They're going to want to be part of that energy that you are creating around you. The creation of success and happiness and joy and prosperity and well-being. But this is you saying, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to turn a leaf. It's time for me to change a behavior, change a habit, change my environment in some way, or maybe the people I hang with. Maybe I need to get around more like-minded people. Maybe I need to take more time doing things that I love doing, that will bring in a passion, ignite a passion within me, motivate me to move forward in a way that I've never known before. Now is the time. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very much about protecting your dreams. Those seeds that you are planting, they're valuable beyond belief. So as you plant those seeds, you are going to show up and you are going to water and you are going to fertilize. You're going to aerate the soil. You're going to make sure it's getting enough sunlight. You're going to do all those things to make that seed grow into a beautiful plant, which will have a beautiful harvest, okay? So take that to your dreams now and start with one step at a time, one step at a time. You know, you put that seed in the ground, it doesn't just sprout the next day. It takes weeks in order for that sprout to come up through the ground. And when it breaks through, it's got 2 leaves, and then it spreads out to 4, and the stem starts getting longer. And, you know, it takes time. And so we need to allow it. We need to have the patience for that seed to grow. If you dig up that seed to look at it every day, you know what? That seed is probably not going to grow. Okay, so we don't just keep regurgitating that same dream, but we do the action plan now in order to promote its growth, to catapult ourselves from visions to reality. Oh my gosh, right next to the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Swords. King of Swords is, you know, we get that focus. It's like we've got blinders on, but all we see in front of us are the successes that we want to embrace at a future date. and we get focused on that path. And we have our sword, and anybody who is trying to pull us down or push us away from our path, we will use that sword to cut those things away from our life. Whether it's a person, a habit, an environment, it doesn't really matter. If it's not working for us, trust me when I say we'll be very quick to yield that sword and make sure that it is not trying to limit us going forward. This is the kind of energy that if there is no path, we will use that sword to make the path. We will hack our way through the bushes and the shrubbery in order to create a path towards our success, towards the end game. So this is a day when we can be very determined in our actions. And the fact that we've got two swords together here tells me that the more we look at our plan, the more we strategize our plan, the more we start to look at what is the actionable step I can take today in order to make that dream come true down the road, the more energy we have in actually achieving these things. And then we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands says you've got the strategy in your hand. You've been successful in your past before. You've had accomplishments. You know you've got this. You know you're capable of it. Believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, you don't dismount off that horse after you've had a success. You don't take that armor off. No, you're ready for the next challenge and the next challenge and the next challenge, because you know as you break through each of those challenges, life just gets better and better and better. So very much there, we've just got wands and swords here. Okay, so the swords represent the mind, the thoughts, the voice. The wands is the action. So, we just can't think it. We have to also do under this energy in order to be successful. And the faster we do after we think, the better the possibilities of wonderful successes to be our outcomes. So what is that small thing you can do today? And with any luck, it turns into a habit. And once it's a habit, well, it's just a matter of time before it becomes second nature. And that's who you become. Okay, we have clear endeavor. 39, which is a 12 energy, which is a 3 energy, which is our voice, but it's also about transformation, and it's allowing curiosity to lead the way. So we will go to 39. Something you truly desire requires a bigger commitment from you. This could be physical, emotional, mental. Identify what your needs are at this time. Actually commit to this goal and be willing to put in the time to make it become a reality. Commitment plus hard work will assist in bringing your goals to completion. Once you decide, give your best to do everything that you do. It gives plenty of new opportunities for you to reach your goals in no time. Pay attention to the signs along the way as nature works to assist you. So, exactly. I mean, it's pretty well verbatim of the energy that we are experiencing to realize your desires in life and then go after your desires in life. What can you do in this moment in time? We're not asking you to lay out your whole strategy here. We're asking you to just look at the very next practical step, however minor it may be. If you want to get a job, say you want to be a personal trainer or something, look in the mirror. Do you look like somebody who has had the discipline for themselves? If not, then maybe you need to start working out every morning. Maybe it's setting the alarm clock at 5:30, even though you don't have any clients right now. Set the alarm clock at 5:30. Start with a whole workout routine for you. Start building on that workout routine. And if you do that every day for about 30 days, you're going to look a heck of a lot buffer. And guess what? Somebody might actually say, you know what? I like you. I like what you're selling, and I want to be that. So show me how. And before you know it, it just becomes a part of you. You are buff and trim because you're working out with these people. You're helping them, guide them. Okay, if it's a job where you have to have complete focus and direction within the day. Maybe starting out first thing in the morning with a time of meditation just for yourself, a quiet time to just cleanse your energy and to look towards what you want to create, to just sit in quiet meditation, to see the thoughts that come to you, the ideas that open up in your mind, those aha moments, the revelations will actually help you with what you are focusing on and moving you forward at a rapid clip. Do what you need to do. I had one boss, and I had a beautiful wife with a beautiful daughter, but some of the things they would ask us to do when the daughter was there, and I mean, I was there to work. I wasn't there to babysit, and I was young, pretty young, and I'd see her coming, and I'd just go over to the bar and have a half a shot of tequila, and that was just enough, because I thought for sure I was going to get fired, because I was like, I am not doing this. I am not dealing with this. But I knew in order to, get promotions within work, I first had to, have the boss like me. And so I had to want to do these things for their child when they showed up. And so I would just go and get that thing that would just make me smile. And of course I will. No problem. Oh, let me do this as well. I could do this well, and yeah, I did become one of the boss's favorite, because instead of acting out, saying, "Oh, I won't do this," I knew that I had to meet that commitment, regardless of how inappropriate it was for me to be put in that spot. I could have acted like it was inappropriate and, said goodbye to you, but I wouldn't have got the opportunities that opened up to me because of that person in my life. So maybe that's not the best, but that's the one that popped in my head. So yeah, I'd go over and I'd have a little half a shot of tequila, and all of a sudden, I could take the whole hour visit that I knew they were going to be there, and do whatever was being asked of me. So, and I'm not saying, maybe you should have a stiff one before you tackle anything in life, but what can you do in the moment? What will motivate you? What allows you to do what you need to do? Now, I'm pretty sure in my wise wisdom of many, many years later, there was 101 different scenarios I could have chosen, but that was the one that I knew would work at the time, and so I did it. But so please don't judge me for that story and using it. I don't want you to go out and do a shot of a whiskey every time you have anything to do. That is not what I'm trying to say here at all. But it's, how do you take that next step, especially when you're being pushed back by other people? How do you stand strong for yourself? We're so often trying to impress the other people around us. This is not about impressing the other people around us. It's impressing ourselves with what we can do. Okay, so you want to be a veterinarian one day, pick up a book and start reading one page a day. Okay, and maybe it'll take you a year to get through that book, but it'll be a year closer because of all the wisdom that you took from that book. Or take a course for something, take a workshop for something, hang out with people that are like-minded for a period of time, and watch the energy start to flow towards your dreams, your capabilities. You know you've got this. You know that you're more than capable of it if you look within. And this energy that's around us will give us that courage. It'll give us that drive. It'll give us that direction. Okay, what's our animal? Oh, that's a weird cut. And we have finding your identity with the raccoon. Hiding, mirror, right, and destiny. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Raccoon tells you you're hiding from your true self. All too often, we lose our identity. It can be connected to career, relationships, friendships. Relationships are a mirror of who you are at the time, and if your self-esteem is low and sad, you will attract the same. On the outside, a person or situation may be perceived as the life of the party, but inside they are crying with confusion. It's never good to create relationships out of illusions and treat them as a patch or a quick fix for what you don't have in your life. So isn't this interesting? That it's telling you to not escape from that path either, to not try and find some way of an escape route so that you don't have to face that first bold step, but rather to align yourself with it. I'm hoping that's where we're going with it at least. But in a relationship, sometimes we just want to feel better in the moment and we go with a lower energy relationship because that is what's being attracted to us at the time. And it does make us feel a little bit better, but we really didn't look at the cause. We didn't really look at the why we had that low energy. And the quick escape route didn't offer us a way of escaping that low energy either. So it's about looking it in the eye and saying, no, maybe I need to work on me first. Maybe I need to reflect on my part of that relationship going wrong. What I allowed, what boundaries I allowed them to cross, where it went against my grain and I didn't speak up. Why didn't I speak up? What was I in fear of? What was the anxiety holding me back at the time? And growing yourself into the stronger form of you. Okay, so a fix quick for what you don't have in your life. They are supposed to be a complement of who you are and help you grow. Both of you or all of you, if you're taking it in the context of friends, coworkers, and career. And that doesn't mean we hermit ourselves away until we figure it all out. It means that you need to work to heal yourself to become the person that you want to be. Be the person that you want in your life. So when you're writing down your goals, your dreams of your tomorrow, if you want somebody to come into your life, start describing them to yourself. You know, what kind of income do they have? What kind of personality do they have? Are they extroverted or introverted? Are they book smart or theory smart or practical smart? You know, are they trustworthy? Are they courageous? Are they strong? Do they have a good sense of humor? Do they like nature? Do they like city skyscrapes? Do they like camping? Do they like going to a museum? Do they, so start asking yourself, what do I really want as somebody that mirrors who I am? So who do I want to be is more of a pertinent question than what are they going to be in my life. No matter what disappointment you've had in your life, you cannot forget to celebrate who you are. And it's really about celebrating you right now. When that job promotion doesn't come through or the person you had hoped was the love of your life just leaves, it's easy to get caught up in the negativity of despair. But it just means you're not in the right spot in your life to attract what you want. So take the time to change that. One step at a time. And yes, the first several will be bold steps. Really stepping into your authenticity, really stepping towards a passion, a dream, a desire. And it's very easy for me to sit here and tell you about it. It's a lot harder to do. But over the next several days, with the energy that is surrounding us, it'll be much easier than most times that you've experienced this want for move and the actual move itself being successful. The energy is truly around us right now to allow ourselves to grab onto that courage, embrace that strength, and step into the new beginnings that we have hoped for, that we have dreamt of, and make them a reality going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.